As a review of how to find the area of polygons, we have four basic shapes here. Squares and rectangles. The way we find the area of those, area is equal to length times width. So for a square, since they have all equal sides, let's say it has sides of 5 feet, we would do 5 times 5 to get 25. Make sure we put the label feet squared, because we're looking for how many little square feet can fit inside of that square. And for a rectangle, same thing. Let's say we have width of 5 feet, length of 15. We would do 15 times 5. And include our label. They're the most basic of the polygon shapes. They're the easiest to find, at least in my opinion. Then we go to triangles. A lot of times people will say that to find the area of triangles you do 1/2 base times height. I like to say that you can do base times height divided by 2, get you the same answer, just a little bit easier to look at, a little bit easier to work with. The reason that we say it's base times height divided by 2 is because if you have two of the exact same triangle and just turned it around a little bit, it would make a square. So you're finding the area of a square or of a rectangle, and then you're cutting it in half to get that triangle. And the height on this one would be right here. On a triangle like this, the height would be shown using a dotted line. And that's much the same way that we would find the height in parallelograms. Area of parallelograms is base times height. Height is right here. And base will be here. And it could be turned around, it could be rotated, maneuvered in some other way to look different, but generally that's how you would find that. And then there's trapezoids. Trapezoids are, at least in my opinion, the hardest to find because their formula is a little bit longer, a little bit tougher. It's 1/2 times your height times the quantity base 1 plus base 2. Important to remember our order of operations here, and that we do base 1 plus base 2 first, otherwise we'll come up with an incorrect answer. So base 1 right there, base 2 there, and height right there. I'm going to do an example of this one also, just because the formula is so long and it is a little bit more difficult. So let's say that we have a height of 3 centimeters. I'll erase this a little bit, make it a little bit easier to see. Whoopsie. There we go. Not perfect, but you guys get the idea. So we have a height of 3 centimeters, base 1, let's say it's 5 centimeters, and base 2, 7 centimeters. So we would do the area is equal to 1/2 times 3 times 5 plus 7, which is inside parentheses, or area 1/2 times 3 times 12. So 1/2 times 3 is 1.5, and then 1.5 times 12 gives us 18. The area would be 18 centimeters squared. Hopefully this helps.